He's Rick Neuheisel, former college coach. He works for CBS Sports covering college football. All right. How do you explain Saturday to me?
Chaos is the first word that comes to mind. But I think if you start to think about, especially the Alabama at Oklahoma game, it was really what Oklahoma fans had left. They had a prominent brand like Alabama coming to town. It was, part of this new revelation of the SEC, and they rose to the occasion, and the team rose to the occasion because it's all really they had left to play for. And that happened. Then you saw Auburn, who's been losing all these one-score games. They get it done in front of another raucous home crowd. So those things happen. It's just part of this fabric of the game. Two things are true about college football, Dan. People love brands, and people don't want to lose late. Late losses are way more damaging than early losses, and that's what we're seeing.
Okay, give me the teams that are out. They will not make the playoffs.
Goodness, I don't know that there are many that we can say that about, given what I just said in terms of these games that are in. So I still think Clemson, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, South Carolina are all still alive.
So, okay, there has to be somebody who's out through all of this.
TCU is out.
Great.
At 5-3 in the Big 12. They're mathematically eliminated. Yes.
All right. Is Indiana still in the hunt here?
I think by virtue of those three losses in the SEC, I think Indiana is going to be in. I think they're 11-1 record, assuming they beat Purdue, who's lost 10 in a row. 10 in a row. I think they're in. I think they'll get a pass, and they might be the 11 seed, but they'll get in.
Okay. Ole Miss is in, according to you, or still in?
No, Ole Miss is out.
Oh, we found an outer. Okay.
But still with hope. See, they in Alabama are sitting there watching Georgia, watching Tennessee, hoping for a Purdue miracle, watching Miami at Syracuse. They're watching games like that saying, hey, let's have a little bit more chaos this weekend.
Colorado still in?
Colorado is right now, if the four teams tied for the lead all win, it would be Arizona State and Utah State. Colorado would be out.
Okay.
So they need a Kansas State win over Iowa State, something like that.
Have we... Now, I was a big proponent for expanding because I said you're going to get more teams involved in this. And
100%.
Games later in the season were going to be more important. But how tough is the committee's job now? Because when you had four, it felt like maybe there was one school, maybe two, that should have been in. Now, when you have 12, it feels like there's going to be 5, 6 teams that are going to have a legitimate, beef here.
Oh, well, I think that's accurate. And that makes it even that much more exciting to wake up on that Sunday and see exactly what the committee's going through. Heck, if the supercomputers take till Tuesday to figure out who's actually in a Big Ten championship game, I mean, you can imagine what the machinations are in that committee room. So, yeah, this is wild. I think what's interesting, Georgia, by virtue of all the chaos, is now assured of playing in the SEC championship game. I will guarantee you that if Kirby came on here and we made him take a lie detector test, he would say he'd rather not play in that game. And I think we will eventually evolve to what the basketball tournament does in Dayton. There will be play-in games to have some of these teams that are sitting right there on the edge get a chance to play their way in and let the teams who have punched their ticket actually rest. I mean, we don't worry about conference tournaments. We do it for the money grab in basketball, but no one cares who wins them once you've already, made it to the dance. And I think college football will end up feeling very, very similar.
We're talking to Rick Neuheisel, CBS Sports college football analyst. You were at Yankee Stadium with Army and Notre Dame.
Yes.
Aside from Northern Illinois, Notre Dame is a really, really solid team.
That was a very impressive performance. It was men amongst boys, and that's not to slight what's been a terrific season for Jeff Monken and the Black Knights. They just were bigger and better, and had that triple option dialed. I mean, the fact that they had play Navy every year, they have a plan for that, and there was nothing for Bryson Daly and the Black Knights to do. Army has played beautifully. Now, Jaden Mayava becomes the giant killer, and everybody in college football in a conference is pulling for the former UNLV quarterback to see if he can get the trifecta because he's already won two. He beat Nebraska and he beat UCLA. So can he now knock off Notre Dame in Los Angeles? Because if he does, there'll be some lovely parting gifts for he and the Trojans because they'll have knocked out not only Notre Dame, but have given somebody access to the playoffs.
So Notre Dame, it's win and you're in against USC.
I think so. I think if they lost their second game here to USC, who, despite their name, is still only a 6-5 team, and you couple that with the Northern Illinois loss, somebody with a three-loss team, take the winner of Clemson and South Carolina, you could make a case that team could get in, especially if Clemson were that winner with just 2 losses.
What's it like for the coach when fans storm the field after you lost the game?
Oh, usually you're surrounded by these, police officers that are just trying to get you in there. But yeah, I mean, there's part of me when that happens is you're kind of like, this is just still the coolest game in the world. I mean, I'm upset that I lost, but it's still the cool. And people run by and say things, but they're moving fast. It's not a big deal.
You never took it personal when they say you suck, Rick, or
I get that so often, Dan, that it never.
You get that at home.
Yeah, I get that. I get that at home. So no worries. Yeah.
Great to talk to you again. Thanks for joining us.
Always a privilege, my friend.
Hey,
and happy Thanksgiving.
When are we getting a song? Are you contractually obligated to CBS intellectual property?
No. We've got to come up with one. I'm working on some stuff. Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking? Here you go. The Ballad of the 12-Team Playoff.
Okay. Well, now it's going to write itself.
Yeah.
Done. I will begin in earnest today.
Thank you, Rick.
See you, buddy.
Rick Neuheisel. He used to do those songs, Born in the SEC. He had so many great songs. So we got to get the Ballad of the 12-Team Playoff with Rick Neuheisel. Make sure you go to danpatrick.com. We got all your shopping right there. One-stop shop. Buy a Tailgate Moonshine 4-pack. Receive a special limited edition gift. Audible Ale is back. This was an award-winning beer, and it won the Gold Cup at the World Beer Cup competition many years ago. Very, very prestigious award, believe it or not. Limited quantity. Shop now at danpatrick.com. We also have calendars there. Yes, Fritzy is Mr. September.